but at least meet him somewhere.
Yes.
Do your part. Show up.
Yes.
Show up. Show up with an open mind and an open heart, and allow him to tell you and to teach you the language. Because that's what happens in an intimate relationship. You got to know your mate or your person. What is it? You got to study them.
Come
you
on.
have to learn them.
Yes.
And when you study and learn him,
Yes.
then when you're about to say you're about to go over here and go to the mall or shopping, and your mate says, hey, no, we're not about to do that. We're about to do some other stuff. And you stay. It's the same with him. You hear that pulling in your spirit, and you go back to the place where you're communicating, and you say, okay, God, what is it that you're trying to tell me? What is it that I need to do? Why is it that I'm not there? And then you realize that the whole mall blew up.
See?
The whole thing, because we don't have that no more. We don't let Holy Spirit tell us. We don't let him interrupt our time and our space, because we know I'm going to run in and I'm going to run out and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm not going to be there. We're not going to let him tell us and interrupt us. I'm telling y'all, the season and the time that we live in right now, we need to let the Holy Spirit interrupt us. It can be a life or death situation.
Nothing but the truth.
Okay? It can be a life or death, because he's telling us and we're confessing over our lives that we live and we don't die and we this and we that. But if we're not doing, well, because that's a part of it.
We're walking in
That
disobedience.
is a part of it. How you gonna say, this is what I'm doing, but then when the one that you're praying to tells you to take a pause and you don't know how to take a pause? You negate the fact of all of those confessions and things that you have said. But let me tell y'all this, because I need to tell this before you go on. But when we were praying in the what was that, morning glory is what you call it? It's awesome. But when we were, morning glory, and everybody is just, y'all went in there, okay? Y'all busted up in there. I'm sitting over there, I'm a little sore on my side, so I couldn't really do what I was trying to do. Like, I want my hair. I can't even get what I'm gonna do. So I'm sitting there, and I could see the power of God enter in up here. I could see it. And I'm like, what am I looking at? Like, what is happening? And when you say distractions, because distractions come. Because, see, I want to be in there. I want to do what I'm doing. He's like, sit here. I'm healing your body. Sit here and let me talk to you. And I said, I don't understand what I'm saying. What is this? But I can see things filling up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I seeing? And I heard Holy Spirit saying these, like, containers, leaving and going to places and then dumping out. And then I said, I don't understand it. But then Holy Spirit said, what did you say? The residue. No. Where the power resides. And then she kept saying, and I said, oh my God, we've been filled up with the power.
Yes.
This is where the power resides. And when we leave here like a battery, then we charge it in and plug it in where we go. And that whatever we're plugging in, that source, we're the source that's in there, because God's in us, and it starts using it. And then you even said this, and when it gets low, or you said it, we don't have to do it here.
Yeah.
Now you have learned how to do it yourself at home or whatever. But the power resides on the inside of us. It is us. You don't need the intercessor mama over here, the intercessor chief right here, necessarily to go with you, because now you have learned. Now listen to me clear. That does not mean that we can't call on the intercessor mama or the intercessor chief, or just your seat neighbor that got a little bit of click ahead, that you need some other people to come in and help you. That's not what I'm saying. Ignore that. That's the devil. Because sometimes you do need to link up with some people.
Say that.
Those stubborn issues. You know, when you washing and trying to get a stain out, you done washed it 4 times and it ain't came out. And then you got to put some shout on there. What are you doing? You're a stain remover. What you doing? You're taking that and you're adding it to what you already have. You need just a little bit more power or authority in the spirit realm. Those that have gone in and cut down and are strategic.
My God.
And have wisdom and knowledge on specific things. Like she can see where you couldn't see because that's not your gift.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know? So I'm not saying that. But now you have this happened. This happened in here. We've all had the power residing on the inside of us. And like that's what you said, that you can confront the demon and tell him to get on with himself. Why? Because the power resides in us. It's in us. So that you don't leave here and say you can't do it because you need to come back to this altar. The altar is wherever you make it.
That's right.
Say it.
Whatever. Listen, this is my last thing. I used to be an elevator operator at the Capitol, U.S. Capitol. And when I first started there, I ain't do nothing but Jesus. But honey, I got born again while I was in there. I promise you that everybody got on that elevator experienced the power of God. Because when I was on that thing by myself and them doors shut, I was shouting, laying hands on the walls, spinning around. But you know, when you first get born again, you just act a bumbo. You know,